So Trump had an unfortunate weekend as millions, and we're talking about more than 7 million Americans showed up to protest his autocratic agenda for No King's Day. And his military event in California, well, let's just say ended in an investigation. Let's get into it. And welcome back to the Michael Cohen Show on our continued journey to 500,000 subscribers. Let's get there. So hit subscribe, watch, comment, and share, because this insanity, it doesn't stop. So as I was saying, this weekend, millions took to the street. Trump, at the time, busy golfing. Now, while that was going on, he also posted this AI-generated video, a video showing him in a jet labeled King Trump, dropping shit, literally feces, on protesters. Well, unfortunately for him, it's a pretty accurate depiction of what they're doing to our country every single day. Play the clip. Let me be clear about something. The symbolism here, it's not subtle. It's not subtle at all. But then again, it never is with Trump. This was his message to the millions, the 7+ millions of Americans who gathered in the No Kings protests across the country. A sneering visual metaphor that says everything about the man and the movement that he is currently the head of. The image of self-proclaimed king dropping shit on his own citizens, it's not satire, it's self-portraiture. It's a leader mocking dissent, reveling in the degradation of those who dare to speak about him or against him. And the worst part is that his base loved it. Now, also yesterday, while all this craziness was going on, Midas, the first to report that live munition shrapnel from the military demo hit a California highway patrol car on I-5. Let me show you what it says. In it, it says breaking. And again, this was breaking news by Midas Touch. Live munitions from a Trump Vance military demo flew over I-5 and struck a CHP vehicle. White House wanted the highway open, but Governor Newsom shut it down for safety. That decision likely prevented injuries or worse. We've obtained these photos, and these are pictures of the shrapnel. This isn't made up. This is actual shrapnel flying out of the air that would have hit potentially somebody in the head and maybe killed them. Now, I want to show you a map of where the vehicle was struck. All right, here's where it was. Here's a map showing the exact spot that a CHP vehicle was struck by the shrapnel after a shell detonated over I-5 during the Trump-Vance missile firings at Camp Pendleton. And as you see over there, X marks the spot. Now, within minutes, Governor Gavin Newsom, well, he responded. Let me show you what he said. In it, he writes, "We love our Marines and owe a debt of gratitude to Camp Pendleton. But next time, the Vice President and the White House shouldn't be so reckless with people's lives for their vanity projects." Look at what it says over there. Look at what it says. Live weapons over freeway. In my whole life, and I'm now driving for well over 40 years, I've been driving. I have never seen an electronic sign on a highway that says anything like that. Now, earlier this week, Trump's Rapid Response X account goes on and it claims that Governor Newsom is lying, that he was lying about shutting down the freeways and that there was absolutely no safety concerns at all. Let me show you what they said. In it, it says, Newsom is lying. He closed the highway. Not only did nobody at the White House or the Marines ask him to do so, the Marines repeatedly said that there are no public safety concerns with today's exercises. Newsom lies and tries to make it about himself. Day ending in Y. And then basically that's off of the Gavin Newsom press office's release earlier this week. The White House denied the freeway near Camp Pendleton would need to be closed due to live munitions being fired over the freeway. So look, let me be clear about something. Now I guess we already know the truth. The truth being that shrapnel hit a California Highway Patrol vehicle. It's not as if somebody would turn around and say, oh, it hit my car. Look what's in my hands. This is a California Highway Patrol vehicle. So you know what? I guess Governor Gavin Newsom was right. It needed to be shut down. And thank God it was. Well, then the situation escalated when Jennifer Griffin, Chief National Security Correspondent for Fox News, she posted this on X, saying that the U.S. Marine Corps, that they launched an investigation into the situation. Let me show you what she said. U.S. Marines launched investigation following live fire incident at Camp Pendleton. The Navy Marine Corps team demonstrated the future of naval warfare through integrated command and control, distributed maritime operations, and advanced all-domain capabilities during the Marine Corps' 250th Amphibious Capabilities Demonstration at Red Beach, Camp Pendleton, October 18. The demonstration brought together every element of Marine Expeditionary Force and U.S. Third Fleet in a synchronized, large-scale operation featuring amphibious landings, integrated naval maneuvers, and aviation from both sea and shore. It highlighted the Navy Marine Corps team's ability to project combat power globally from ship to shore with speed and precision. Marines and sailors train every day to operate from the sea. Weeks of deliberate planning, integrated training, air and waterborne certifications, and rehearsals were focused on ensuring success at every phase of execution, underscoring the Navy Marine Corps team's ability to safely conduct complex amphibious operations. The force training activities planned ensure our readiness to defend the homeland and protect our nation's interests abroad against emergent and unprecedented challenges today and in the years ahead. The M777 howitzer has been in Marine Corps service since 2005. Marines have safely and effectively employed the system in combat operations such as in Syria. Marines fire artillery on Camp Pendleton nearly every week, from high mobility artillery rocket systems to M777 howitzers. At the battery and small unit level, live fire training happens regularly, and at the regimental level, large-scale artillery exercises occur twice per year. Further, it goes on to say, this is one heck of a statement. Further, it goes on to say, at Camp Pendleton, Marines continue to conduct artillery live fire training year-round to maintain combat readiness and precision. One Marine Expeditionary Force and Marine Corps Installations West are committed to our enduring and mutually beneficial relationship with the people of Southern California. Their safety and confidence is invaluable. Indirect weapon systems such as the M777 are designed to fire over the heads of friendly forces to achieve effects on our adversary. We trust the system with our lives. We are aware of the report of a possible airborne detonation of a 155 millimeter artillery round outside the designated impact area during the U.S. Marine Corps Amphibious Capabilities demonstration at Camp Pendleton, California, October 18th. The demonstration went through a rigorous safety evaluation and deliberate layers of redundancy to ensure the safety of fellow citizens. Following established safety protocols, firing was suspended. No injuries occurred, and the demonstration concluded as scheduled. An investigation has been initiated. We are committed to determining the incident's root cause and applying findings to future missions. Let me be very clear about something. This was one long-ass winded, and it's why I felt necessary to read the whole thing to you. This is one long-ass statement that basically says, hey, we do this all the time, but there was a fuck up, plain and simple. And now we have to look into what it was that permitted shrapnel from this artillery to end up in an area that it should not have. Plain and simple. Why not just make it a small, brief statement instead of talking all of this historical nonsense? Now, Midas Touch added this reporting. Let me show you what they then said. Exclusive. And yes, it was. Sources we've spoken to say that while artillery is often fired within the grounds of Camp Pendleton, such artillery is not fired over the freeway with civilians beneath live munitions, which is what posed very serious public safety risks in this instance. Our sources say an investigation into the shameful conduct of Trump, Vance, and Hegseth is welcome. That, my friends, is what you call a very poignant and a very terse comment. Now, meanwhile, while live ammunition is blowing up over freeways and we are on the 20th day of the government shutdown, Trump, well, he was out there golfing and being interviewed by none other than Maria Bartiromo and continuing to threaten California. His claims that he is going to save and protect Californians seem, fairly hollow if his military shows are endangering Californians on their main interstate. Play the clip.
What do you have to lose?
And you're going to go to San Francisco next.
We're going to go to San Francisco. The difference is I think they want us in San Francisco. San Francisco was truly one of the great cities of the world. And then 15 years ago, it went wrong. It went woke. Remember my statement? Anything woke is, and then I used a filthy, well, broke is another word. I used a filthy word, but I didn't. No. I took enough heat on that. I won't say it again, but It's true. I mean, nothing changes, right? But we're going to go to San Francisco, and we're going to make it great. We're going to make it great. It'll be great. Again, San Francisco is a great city. It won't be great if it keeps going like this.
Yeah. Again, fourth largest economy in the world, not just in the United States. Forget that. In the world. And because all of this shit isn't bad enough, I wanted you to know that because of the government shutdown, this has got to be the stupidest thing of them all. Because of the government shutdown, the federal agency that oversees our U.S. nuclear stockpile will be furloughing most of its workers today. Our nuclear stockpile. Let me show you. In it, it turns around and it says federal agencies overseeing U.S. nuclear stockpile will furlough most of its workforce starting Monday. That's today. It further goes on to say the federal agency responsible for overseeing and modernizing the U.S. nuclear stockpile will furlough the vast majority of its staff Monday as the government shutdown drags on, according to the Department of Energy. About 1,400 employees at the National Nuclear Security Administration, or the NNSA, will receive furlough notices Monday, while fewer than 400 employees will remain on the job to safeguard the stockpile, Energy Department spokesperson Ben Diedrich told CNN. Goes on to say that the NNSA Office of Secure Transportation, which oversees the transportation of nuclear weapons around the country, will be funded up until through October 27th. And finally, since its creation in the year 2000, NNSA has never been furloughed federal workers during funding lapses, Diedrich said in a statement. We are left with no choice this time. We've extended funding as long as we could. My friends, this is not a joke. This is actually happening in real time. Our nuclear stockpile will be understaffed. Talk about stupidity. And it's why I constantly say, please, let's grow this community. We must put a stop to this once and for all. And as always, thanks for listening. Hey, everyone. First of all, thanks for watching. We're going to be posting daily episodes with reactions and talking about politics. We'll be talking about everything, in fact. So please like and subscribe. Join us on this journey.